Well, we botched that trade up. Of course, we took a loss on 4 contracts, total of 6 points, looking to get back to the 92s. We exited before they got back to the 92s, thinking that this amount of volume in here was sufficient to break below the lows. Obviously, that was an error, and right after we got out of the market, they hit the offer. That's quite evident on the bid-ask volume chart, which we will link in our observations later on. So the only alternative we have now is to look for an entry on the long side around the 91s. Also, keep in mind that now that the limit has been tested, there are going to be people looking to be long here. Obviously, they're already long here, but there's also going to be people looking at the octant levels at 95 and change, and we're very close to that. So we break above the 95s. I'm anticipating a rally back toward the mean of the day at least. So let's see if we can get a retracement back to the 91s. If we can, we'll see if we can't get a position. I'm not going to chase the market. I'm just going to be patient. And if we can retest the 91s, we'll take a long position, looking for our typical targets at 1.25 on the first contract and 5 or more on the second. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get the 91s or the 92s, does it now? We're approaching that 95 area. Keep in mind the resistance up there. There was a block last time that acted as resistance right around the 97s. So that might be an area we have a little bit of resistance. We have the next volume cluster right at the 97, so we'll see what happens here. All right, we see a retracement here on the pullback. Certainly, I hate to chase the market considering that we just got taken for a ride on our last trade, but I guess we got to get over that. We have now 4 TPOs in this volume cluster, so I think we definitely have a significant line of consolidation. I'm expecting a breakout above this 95 area. So we are going to go ahead and take the 94s here. Take the 94.25s. So we are long now 94.25, and that is 2 at 94.25. Of course, our offset will be 95.50 on the first contract, and we'll see then where we go from here. We're waiting for our 95.5 fill. We haven't traded there on the bid side yet, only on the ask side. So when we get to the ask at 95.50 on the bid, then we will have offset our first contract for 1.25 points. We traded at 95.50 on the ask, but nothing on the bid, so we're still waiting for our first offset. We'll be looking to add 2 contracts to the long side if we come back down to 91, as that's where the initiative buying originally happened, and we missed our entry there at the 91s. For now, we're going to hold tight with our initial exit at 95.5. We got up there, we traded there, nothing on the bid, so we couldn't get filled. But we're going to stay patient. If we do get down to 91s, we will better our position. We'll take 2 long at 91 and then offset our 95.5s for either a break even or average in and liquidate the whole position if we see volume coming in, and the probability then becomes higher that we will in fact break below the day's low. But for now, we're going to keep our same stance. We're going to look for the 91s as 2 more long positions, and then we will continue our exit strategy at 95.25 for our first contract of our initial position that was taken. Also, keep in mind our second target is we're going to leave it open for now, because a thought just occurred. If in fact, being that we're in a balanced market, hence we're expecting a rotation up off the limit, which we attempt, a couple times, and they sense that the low is in, we could have a pretty monstrous short covering rally that could take us all the way up past the highs, which are 15 points above us. So we're going to offset our first contract at 95.50, and we're going to take our second contract, and we're going to leave that exit open for now. I'm not sure that's a mistake or not, but it's on tape, so we'll see how we do with that. We're going to leave our second exit open and cogitate on that for a while, but we're definitely taking our first contract at 95.50. We're back at 95.50. We still don't have any trade at the bid at 95.50, but I'm anticipating that we will, and that will give us 1.25 points on the first contract, and then we'll think about our exit a little bit on the second contract and be ready for a short covering rally maybe in the afternoon session. Okay, we got filled at 95.50. Our entry was 94.25, so we got our first quarter 1.25 point target. I would typically put my stop in here at 94.25 at break even. I'm going to hold on that, and again, this is going to be an interesting snippet to see where all of these arbitrary decisions lead us. And I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why I'm not going to stick my stop in at 94.25 is because we just bounced off the limit. We just breached the octant, and we seem to have 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 TPO consolidation, which is a congestion area. So my intuition, my gut tells me that the low is in for the day, and we should have a short covering rally. So I'm going to keep this position open. We're going to look to still add at the 91s, and we'll see where that analysis takes us. But that's what I'm going to do, and it's archived, and it'll be a lesson for our edification going forward, no doubt, and that's the reason why. And don't forget, we're also at significant lows testing for the third time here, so there should be a moderate support response considering we have a balanced market. The short covering rally could come then after that fact is realized by the masses. We now have 5 TPOs in this congestion area. I say we are definitely building a line of support here from the 91s to the 96s. We are now in the 91s where we should have support. We have low volume that brought us from the 95s to the 91s, so we're going to be looking to add 2 contracts down here somewhere. There's a 1300, 1100 cross trade here. We're going to keep our eyes open. We're going to take the 91.75s if we can get them. The 92s we're trading. We didn't get filled at the 91.75s. We might have missed that trade. It was trading 92. We were ready to click 91.75 on the ask, but never got there. It was only on the bid. So we're going to just stand tight here and see if we can't get the 91.75s. Looks like we missed the 91.75s, so we're just going to hang tight for now. Alright, there we have the 91.75s traded. We're going to take the 91.75s, give back the 94.25s. There's just no volume here at all. So we have the 91.75s and we're holding the 94.25s. Wow, this is excruciating here in this 5 TPO consolidation. I'm not sure what to think, and I'm not sure what to think of that. So we're just going to keep our entry, or keep our exit here at 94.25. We'd like to offset 3 contracts there. Give back the 94.25s, hold the 91.75s. So we're just going to stay put here. No volume, and then we have clutches of buying in the no volume. Stand by here. Okay, we just got filled 3 at 94.25. So now we have a break even on the original 2 that we were long at 94.25, and we have 1 long at 91.75, which we will keep long and think about the exit. I would expect a retracement at least to 13.99, but if we do, we could very well get a short covering rally that could take us higher. So our target initially is going to be 13.99, and then we'll take a look at the market structure. And we have a hard stop at 91.75. We see significant resistance up here at 97. I was tending to the fire, so I didn't get out. We're out of here. We're going to take the 95.75s, 96s, 95.75s. We're out of here. Just too much resistance up there in the 97s for now. We're going to take a break, and we'll calculate our tally here. So we got 6.5 points on that trade, exiting the other contract at 95.75. Look at that cross trade right here. 68 to 4,000, 3,000 to 5,000, 226. Market couldn't go any higher. That's definitely resistance. Keep an eye for a short up here again for rotation back down. We still have to be cognizant of short covering though.